Good evening and welcome to the Roxbury Report. As you may already know, shortly after the last Roxbury Report, the U.S. Olympic Committee announced that Boston won to become America's choice for the 2024 Summer Olympic Games. Although the bid details are about to become public today, speculation around potential Olympic sites includes Franklin Park for the pentathlon and equestrian events, UMass Boston for the Athletes Village, and Whitehead Circle on the Roxbury-South Boston line for the main Olympic Stadium. Criticism of the Olympics in Boston ranges from skeptical to outright opposed due to concerns about cost, gridlock, and inconvenience. Given that Roxbury could host and be near some of the Olympic venues, I reached out to members of the Roxbury Cultural Network to ask their opinions. David Price, Executive Director of Nuestra Comunidad, stated that the track record of recent Olympics in terms of neighborhood impact is not good. John Barrow says that Boston 2024 has to be all about the legacy. I think it's worth keeping an open mind and engaging in a conversation about what that legacy can be. Christine Poff, Executive Director of the Franklin Park Coalition, stated that we are worried about how the Olympics, especially the proposed equestrian event, will impact both the communities around the park and the park's landscape. Access to the park could be cut off for months in preparation, public transit options and off-site parking will be needed, and in the past, promised restoration of areas damaged by large events has never been completed. Currently, there are no official plans for Boston residents to vote on hosting the Olympics, although some opponents have voiced the idea of collecting enough signatures for a statewide referendum. In the meantime, the mayor's office has scheduled a series of meetings for residents to provide feedback. The Roxbury meeting will be on April 28th at 6:30 p.m. at Roxbury Community College. The full schedule of meetings can be found at cityofboston.gov. If the Olympics come to Boston in 2024, it's a safe bet that many residents will rent out spare rooms in their homes to visitors through sites like Airbnb. So far, these sites remain unregulated in Boston. In fact, last year the mayor instructed the Inspectional Services Department not to find people who rent out their homes to short-term visitors through these services. But changes may be coming to how Boston views and treats Airbnb and other short-term rental sites. On January 26 at 6:30 p.m., the city will hold a public hearing at the Boston Public Library in Copley Square to gather information from residents before making a decision about how or whether to impose new regulations. Although Boston is still undecided, there are various regulatory models around the world. San Francisco and Portland, Oregon charge hotel taxes. In the Netherlands, Amsterdam charges a tourist tax. Meanwhile, in New York City, a task force is investigating the home rental services as being illegal. Clearly, Boston has a number of options, and we will keep you informed of these developments. Last weekend, New England Baptist Hospital announced that it will be moving from its perch atop Mission Hill to another location around Boston. The hospital says that its current location is deteriorating and that it would be cost prohibitive to renovate. New England Baptist Hospital has been on its 19-acre campus for 119 years. Should the Baptist go forward with its move, it's expected to happen over the next decade, which coincidentally overlaps the same period of Olympic planning. Turning to tech news, Dudley Square Tech Accelerator Smarter in the City has announced its next class of startups. Like the previous class, the 7 businesses focus on underrepresented urban communities and people of color. The entrepreneurs and their companies will focus on workforce opportunities, wearable technology, environmental consciousness, and other cutting-edge ideas. The new cohort begins in February, and we wish them all great success. For more information about the startups and the accelerator, visit smarterinthecity.com. Finally, if you didn't use Google on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, you may have missed an extra special Google Doodle. On Monday, the search engine's U.S. website featured an image created by fine artist Aqua Holmes, which depicts Dr. King marching arm in arm with activists across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama. Holmes, who is a Roxbury native, graduated from Mass College of Art in 1977. In 2013, she was named to the Boston Art Commission, and last year she was awarded a Roxbury Pudding Stone Award by Discover Roxbury for her dedication and advocacy of Roxbury's physical and cultural assets. Congratulations to Aqua Holmes. That's it for tonight's Roxbury Report. Chris, back to you.